Good day to all of bears.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to talk about 13A visa and your requirements and a few of the fees. And so before we do that, we're going to talk about what happened to us yesterday. It was pretty exciting. 3 things happened to us. We were in Manila. We were on our way to pick up my identification card for my probationary 1-year period for my 13A visa. And then also get Janice's passport to change her name from her maiden name to my name. So we were pretty excited. You know, we were gonna get our ID cards, and of course, it happened. My old AC card is no longer valid, and now I have my probationary, yay. 1-year visa. So this is good. Thank you, babe. 1-year visa. So I am excited that I got this. Wow, excited. So the second thing Janice got was her passport. This was yesterday, and then a third thing happened that was pretty exciting. Man, it was like a 3-run home run. So while Janice was getting her passport, I was sitting down at one of the chairs in the mall. And as I'm sitting down, let me back up a little bit. We were walking inside the mall, and
there's a lot of police.
There's a lot of police. There was a lot of cameras setting up in this one little area, and we're looking inside. We're like, what's going on in this area? Must be like a movie star, a singer, something that happens all the time. Some celebrity comes and they do interviews, and so we thought that. So Janice and I went upstairs. We went up the mall. I sat down. And I said, "Well, go take care of your passport. Try to get it." So she got in line, and I was just sitting there in the waiting area. And then, as I was sitting there, a gentleman next to me was staring down, and his wife came behind him, and the lady kind of like, "Oh," she made kind of like that sign, and I was like, "Why are they so excited?" And I heard a few screams, and I heard somebody say, BBM, BBM. I had no clue what is this BBM. So in my mind, I don't know, I was thinking BTS. That's all I could think of. I was like, oh, maybe it's one of those Korean groups like BTS, the singing group, Korean group. Maybe they're here. It's like, so I didn't think anything of it. So as I'm sitting there, this gentleman's looking down, and I looked down with him because we could see into the second floor. We were on the 3rd floor or 4th floor, actually. And so as we're looking down, I see all these like what do you call those shirts, babe?
Barong Tagalog.
Barong, and I don't want to mess it up. Barong Tagalog, which are the traditional Filipino shirts, and they use them a lot of times in politics, and they use them in the you know, their meeting areas. Meetings. So I saw a whole crowd of them. I was looking down, and as they were coming through, the guy tells me next to me, sitting next to me, says, "Hey, that's the president." I said, "The president? Whoa, the president? You mean the President Marcos? That's him?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Man," I got up from my chair. I got my phone out, and I was like, "Man, I have got to see him. I have got to see Marcos, President Marcos." And so I went to the escalators, but all the security guards were blocking all the escalators to go down to the next floor that I needed to go down to see him. So I said, "Man, I'm not going to be able to get maybe at least a video shot of him, let alone get to see him." And as you've seen in our short yesterday, I got up super close to him. And so I said, maybe the stairway. So I ran to the stairway, got downstairs the stairway because nobody was blocking that at the time. And as a little like a teenager trying to run to the latest rock star, like, I was like pushing. I remember coming down the stairs, I pushed this old lady, and I felt bad. I was like, "Man, get out of the way, lady. I got to get down to see Marcos." And I kind of nudged her. Like, I feel bad. Ma'am, if you're watching this video, please, I didn't mean to kind of nudge you a little bit. But I was trying to get down to Marcos. So I got down to that floor, and everybody was just pushing in, trying to get video of Marcos. And I said, "You know what? I don't know if I can, but I'm going to try to get as close as I can." So I started, I'm a big guy, most Filipinos are kind of small. I was pushing them out of the way, babe. I was like, get out of my way. I got to get there. I got to get there. I got to see him. And I did not realize he was going to be that close to me. So I pushed my way in, and he was right there, like few feet. And I was so dumb. The thing I said to him, I just realized it when I watched the video game. I said to him, instead of say like, God bless you, President Marcos. We appreciate you, President Marcos. I said, what did I say, babe? I said,
thank you very much.
I said,
thank you for everything.
Thank you for everything. Andrew, really? You said thank you for everything? Oh my God. I was like, this is going to be the worst video ever. Here I am. I get my golden opportunity to show everybody I got to shake hands with President Marcos. And I tell him as I'm shaking his hand, I say, thank you for everything. I'm like, everything? What is everything, Andrew? He's only been the president for a few months. So, babe, I look foolish. Sorry, everybody. I look foolish in that video. But it was a pretty awesome day. I was able to get my my ID card. Janice was able to get her passport with her new married name, and I got a chance to make myself look foolish in front of the world, shaking President Marcos's hand. But it was a pretty awesome day. 3 things taken care of. It was pretty awesome. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into this 13A visa and the requirements. So, babe, can you tell me what do we need first for 13A?
Okay.
Oh, what is it, by the way? What is the 13A visa?
13A,
what is it for?
before you get 13A, make sure you are married to a Filipina.
Okay, that is the number one thing. You have to make sure you're married to a Filipina and you've gotten back that marriage certificate that has the PSA stamp on it of approval. Okay, so once you have that a marriage certificate, you're good to go. So go ahead.
The first requirement is the joint letter request from the petitioner and the applicant. I am the petitioner. I am Filipino citizen is the petitioner,
okay,
and you as a foreigner is the applicant.
Okay, and with this with that first thing, how do you obtain that piece of paper?
So it's a letter request. You have to make your own letter, but if you kind of like, I don't know how to make a professional letter, you can search in Google, and then you can find them different templates. Yes.
So just like we did with the marriage stuff, yeah.
Yes.
You could you can go to Google, and that's what she did, and find the templates there and print them out. And then fill out with our names and all the other.
And then of course, you have to kind of make the wordings differently, something like that, to make it.
Of course, change the words a little bit.
Change the words.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the second?
And then second one is the duly accomplished consolidated general application form, or the CGAF. It looks like this. I'm gonna put the description. I'm gonna put it in the description box below. The link. It has the checklist of documentary requirements.
And where do you find this piece of paperwork?
In their website. I'm gonna put it in the
Bureau of Immigration website.
Link, yes.
What is next?
And then next is the marriage certificate or report of marriage.
So that's self-explanatory. You need your marriage certificate.
Yes. And then next is the birth certificate of the Filipino spouse. My birth certificate. So that's for...
Pretty self-explanatory again.
Yes.
Okay. Next after that.
And then photocopy of passport of the applicant.
Okay. Me.
With the bio page and latest admission with valid authorized stay.
Now this part I didn't know. So when she told me that I needed my passport, I said, fine, they have my passport, you just get the main page. But no, they want
the whole pages to be photocopied.
They want all the pages of your passport for whatever reason they have. They have their reasons, and don't question them, but they want just full copies of every single page, even if they're blank. So just be aware of that. If you have like 20 pages on your passport, they're going to need all 20 pages of your passport, every single page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next is the NBI clearance. You can get NBI clearance in the NBI office in Manila, or they also have in your area.
And so we covered that in the topic for the marriage certificate. So
NBI means
just get a recent NBI.
NBI, National Bureau of Investigation.
Okay.
And then notarized guarantee letter from the applicant and the petitioner. So this is just a letter that basically like you sworn that all your paperworks are true and correct.
Okay, and this letter, is this another one of those documents you have to get off of Google?
Yeah, you can Google.
Okay, it's another document you have to go to Google and
for the template. Yeah.
For the template, and then you fill out the information with your own. Okay.
And then next is the notarized questionnaire answered by applicant and the petitioner. This one, when we were in the Bureau of Immigration, they gave us the questionnaire.
So they'll give us a questionnaire to fill out.
Yeah, we filled.
Okay, we filled out that questionnaire,
yes.
And then we just turned it into them, and then that's it.
And then next, the Bureau of Immigration Clearance. This one, I don't know what's this one. I think after you accomplish everything, all the paperworks are there, then they will give you that clearance.
Okay, so it's just a clearance, and we never seen any. We never saw any paperwork you needed for that.
Yeah.
That's probably internal within them to certify that you have all your requirements. So after you get those 9, right? It's 9 requirements, 8 requirements, and then 9 was just their certification that you've completed everything. So after you get that, what did we have to do?
After we get this, we submitted it to the NBI. To the Bureau of Immigration.
Along with fees, correct?
Along with fees, yes.
And so one thing to know when you're paying your fees is that we found out is that when we went to apply for a 13A visa initially, it was within 30 days of
your
expiration of my visa. So be reminded that if you go in and you try to start a 13A visa without more than 30 days on your visa, you will have to pay a fee, and that fee is pretty high. What did we have to pay?
$25,000.
$25,000. So I mean, for some of you, $500 is a drop in the bucket, but still, if you don't have to pay $500, don't pay the $500. Make sure that you apply for the 13A visa beyond 30 days. Because we were within 30 days of my expiration of my visa, and it cost us an extra $500 as a late fee. So we were able still to apply right within the 30 days. And what they ended up doing was they had to extend
your
my visa,
tourist visa, yes.
so I could be beyond the 30 days. So what they'll do is, if you're within the 30 days, don't stress. So after talking to my wife, we couldn't remember what was the next part. The next part is the motion for reconsideration. So if you are within your 30 days and you want to stay longer, you have to get this piece of paper. It's called a motion for reconsideration. And where we went was right outside the Bureau of Immigration and Intramurals to the right. There's an area towards the back. I mean, it's bad directions, I'm sorry, but you go back there, they'll tell you where to go to get this paper. So it's a piece of paper that allows you to request to stay longer than your stay, so you can finish your 13A visa. Because if my visa is expired, then I have to leave the country. So it's just a request to stay longer so you can finish your 13A visa.
And it's notarized. They notarize it there.
They notarize it there. So once that's completed, what's next, babe?
And then that's it. We'll just have to wait. Wait for the paperworks to be done. So in our case, so after all this paperworks,
we're done.
And we're done processing. So they gave us a tentative date. It's July 20. Our tentative
Well, that was our date. But how far was that from after we turned in all the paperwork? About how far long was it before we had to wait to find out if I was approved for my 13 days?
In our case, we just waited for a month.
So we waited in our case for about 30 days for about a month. And then how did you find out that we were approved?
Yeah, I always look at their website.
So they give you a website to look at. So they will give you a website to look for your application number. It won't have your names, I don't think, right? It won't have any names on there. It'll just have your application number, and it'll tell you whether you're approved or not. And so about a month time came by, and for sure we looked on the website.
Yes.
It said we were approved, and then you could just walk right into the immigration and try to
get your iCard.
Try to get my the card that I'm so happy to have to this day. I'm so excited.
And then also that they stamp on your passport.
Right. And so they did I show the passport yet?
Not yet. I guess not yet.
Okay, I didn't show you guys. So this is a stamp they will put in your passport. Just a stamp in it, and they put the actual dates of
your
how
validity.
When it's how long it's valid for. I'm sorry. So, with all that said, and everything taken care of with the paperwork,
yes.
Is there anything else we needed? That was it.
We just have to wait for that the validity to expire, and you have to request for the permanent visa, permanent resident this time next year. So before you apply, just make sure you're applying 3 months before you expire.
Okay, that's another subject we'll leave for another day. So right now we are happy. We got my provisionary visa card, which lasts for 1 year. So I'm good in the country. I don't have to deal with the hassle of going to immigration and the crowds and the craziness. I used to do this every 2 months.
Yes.
So now it's very nice. I have a visa for 1 year, probationary, and as long as I'm a good boy and I'm not getting in trouble, we're all happy. Next year we'll go through the same process. We'll have to fill out the same paperwork, get a brand new NBI clearance, and then head on over to Bureau of Immigration and do this again to get a permanent ID card.
Yes.
So, anything else?
Pretty much that's it.
Yeah.
If there's more, we can.
We'll kind of research and let you guys know if there's any other.
Update you with what else are your benefits for having 30-day visa.
Yeah. So we hope you guys kind of got a little snapshot of the things you need for your 13A visa. I know we weren't in depth. Like I said, there are a few YouTube channels out there that cover line by line every single thing you need. Oh, real quick, how much do you think were the fees for the 13A visa? How much did it cost us?
It cost us about $200.
About, or more or less about $200. So be expecting that. And we had to pay, like I said, because we were within the 30-day period for applying for the visa, we had to pay an extra $500. So make sure that you guys are, when you apply, that you are beyond 30 days of your expiration of your visa. So that should do it, right? If you guys have any questions, comments about that, like I said, talk to her. She knows all the answers. Don't refer to me. And we appreciate your time, and thank you all for supporting this channel. It's been growing pretty fast, and we're just happy. Thank you guys.
Thank you
for
much.
your guys' kind comments, and that's all we have to say. We appreciate your time, and we hope you enjoy the video. Like I said, if you have any more questions, concerns about 13A visa, contact my wife.
No, I'm not an expert.
No, she's not the expert, but maybe she could shed more light than I could. So thank you very much, and you guys have a great day. Bye.